What's up, all you beautiful, gorgeous, sexy people out there? I got some My GM gameplay of the second episode of the season in the series, the first game of the season, the Utah Jazz vs. the OKC Thunder. Now, before we get into any of the gameplay, let's talk a little bit about what happens. It's serious. You may want to cry for me. You're gonna shed a tear, but don't worry. Don't fret. I'll be your shoulder to cry on. I'll help you in this time, this dire time, this hard time. I get violated, people. I get abused psychologically and physically. I just take a beating. I get my dome rocked. I get lit up. The things that happen to me in this gameplay are unspeakable. I'm going to be scarred for life, and there's nothing we can do about that. Besides, get better, improve, get to the point where we're dominating people, we're blowing people out, we're rocking people, and we're going to leave them scarred psychologically and physically in a virtual game, and it's going to happen. We're going to demolish people. But before we get into anything of the bad, let's start with the one thing that I did pretty well. With Trey Burke, our corner piece, our cornerstone, the one we're going to build our foundation on, I am a magician out there, guys. I am freaking driving to the hoop. You think I'm going one way, I'm passing it off to someone else, and he's pulling a bunny out of his hat like a magician, and you just, unexpected things are happening. I'm a wrecking ball. I'm like Miley Cyrus on top of a wrecking ball out there. I'm only gonna break your hearts when I'm with Trey Burke. Besides that, I can't shoot. Besides a little floater, some little beautiful, over the top, over everyone, little floater I hit, that's the only thing I can do. With Trey Burke, I'm pretty good. I do say so myself. But with everyone else, besides 3 other people in my starting 5, everyone else on my bench sucks. They're crap. They're doo-doo. We need to get rid of them. We need to trade everyone because they're not worth my time. They're not worth the time that it would take to improve them. We don't need them. So we're going to get rid of them eventually. Now watch this. Little dunk over Nick Collison. I get his freaking dome rocked. I abuse him. I psychologically abuse him. He's gonna have the image of my FrostTee McNuggets in his face. My stone cold, ice cold FrostTee McNuggets. That's right. He doesn't want any more now. He had his mouthful of plentiful of those FrostTee McNuggets. I can't shoot with anyone. My team sucks at shooting. They're horrible. They're crap. And we're gonna need to improve on that. We also are slow as molasses. We're slow as molasses. We're like grannies out there with our granny panties. We cannot shoot. We cannot run. I get Kendrick Perkins sticking with a point guard at one point, and I'm just like, what the heck is this? Kendrick Perkins is not that fast. He's slow. What is this? He's guarding me like a fat kid on cake, and I can't do anything to get rid of him. And you fatties like myself, we know how much we love our cake, and we need it. But there's no reason for Kendrick Perkins to guard me like that. So let's talk about ways we can improve. As I come around, I hit a nice little 3 there. So beautiful. Anyways, ways we can improve. My goals. As in the last episode, I talked about the possibility of trading for a big man. We need a big man. We need someone that can help our team so I can move Derek Favors into the 4 spot and get rid of Marvin Williams, because Marvin Williams doesn't help me in this game. And plus, he's one of our goals to get rid of. That's what our owner wanted, for us to get rid of Marvin Williams or the Andres Biedron. So, we have a plan. We can go with one or two ways. We can either do a half-court offense, where we have Derek Favors at the 4, a big man like a freaking Roy Hibbert or Andrew Bynum at the 5, someone big, someone that's going to dominate down low. Someone like a Dwight Howard type, someone that can't run, but we can play a half-court offense, we can throw it down into the post, and we can have a beautiful post game, some pick-and-roll game. If we get a big man like that, then our half-court offense is just going to be dominating defense and a slow-paced offense where we can hit shots, and we need some shooters for that. Or we can go with a route that's more entertaining, the full court, the freaking blazing fast, the lightning speed offense, which is basically just small ball, like the Miami Heat. Now for that, we need like an Andre Drummond type. We need someone that's a big man that can run the floor, that can get down the floor and hit some alley-oops, hit some freaking insane stuff that just make you go, oh, like that little shot in the corner for 3. I'm making it rain. So we can go with Andre Drummond for a full court offense. Now let's talk about the half-court offense and the benefits of that. The benefit is when we have that 5, when we have that monster down low, when we are like the Pirates of the Caribbean and we unleash the Kraken, then we're going to have a dominating defense. We're going to get pieces to build around that. We're going to have some 3-point shooters. We're going to have Trey Burke, of course, and Derek Favors. And look at that alley-oop. That was just luck. I just throw it up there, and that dude just comes across, and he dunks them cookies. I got a glass of milk, and I'm dunking it on everyone. Even though I still lose. Don't pay attention to the score. Just ignore that. Just ignore how badly I get blown out of the water. So that's the benefit of the half court. A dominating defense, really. Now, with the full court offense, we can have a full court, a full speed offense. That's just blazing fast. That's our transition offense, where we get down the floor quick, we score quick, and we keep it up. We keep the pace up. We keep running. We keep doing beautiful things. Now, later in the gameplay, you'll see my decision, and I think I made a pretty good choice. We don't have that many assets, so we're going to have to get rid of one of our top 4 people, and that may come as a shocker, but with the Utah Jazz, we don't have much of a choice. We need to get rid of people. The only choice I have is really to get rid of someone good or get rid of a draft pick. If we want to improve, we're going to have to do one of the two, and it may come down to having to do both. But that's what we're going to have to do. It's just, look at this, right? Little pass there. I'm like a magician, people. I'm telling you. You think I'm going one way and the ball ends up somewhere else. And it's like magic. I'm a magician. I'm Houdini out there with Trey Burke. In order to improve, we need a big man. And that's going to happen. Don't fret. Don't worry. It's going to happen. I have no choice to do that. And then we're going to need some shooters. We're going to need someone that Trey Burke can pass to. We're going to need like a 3-point shooter. We're going to need someone that can drive and then kick it maybe. We're going to need people that can score. And then we're going to need to build some depth. And that's going to take a lot. We don't have that many assets, as I said. So we're going to have to maybe sign some free agents. We're going to have to trade for someone. We're going to have to get rid of some people. We're going to have to make this team good. Look, you see this? I cannot score. And that might be a little bit of my fault because it's the first game of the season. I'm still learning everyone's shot. But look at that. I just get that beautiful block when freaking Russell Westbrook is weaving his way through me. And then I press it back down. And then look, I just miss. And then look at that. Russell Westbrook gets the ball again. He's driving down the court. And he just lays it up and he misses. So then I'm driving back down the court. I'm going and I hit the 3 with Richard Jefferson. I'm making it rain. So that's the plan. That's the goal. To get a big man, to get some shooters, to have an offense that we can be proud of, to have an offense that makes people tremble. And then, of course, on defense, I want to shut down defense. I want to unleash the Kraken. I want to be like a pirate out there. I want to unleash a monster on everyone. I want a block party, and then I want to have Lob City Part 2, Part Dos in Utah, in Salt Lake. I think that's where they are. Maybe. In Salt Lake, Part 2. So, those are the plans. That's the goal. And as you can see in a little bit, I'm going to show you my plan. And it's, if I do say so myself, pretty good. Even though we give up Gordon Hayward, we have no choice but to give up Gordon Hayward. But we do get one of our goals fulfilled. We get rid of Marvin Williams. And unfortunately, we have to get rid of a first-round draft pick. And eventually, we're going to need to get another draft pick. But as you can see here, the game's over. The game is officially done. I get walloped 116-93. So here we go. I'm looking at this. Roy Hibbert and Rasheed Butler for Gordon Hayward, Marvin Williams, and my 2014 first-round draft pick. That might seem like a lot, but it's going to be a big help later on when we improve our whole team, and eventually we have more assets on our team that we can trade away and maybe pick up someone pretty decent. So in our next gameplay, I'll have 2 to 3 games for you to enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Don't be afraid. Tap it. Do something to it. Give me some loving. And as always, stay frosty.